Hi guys, Talon here, back with another achievement guide. This time we're doing Revenge of Montezuma. This is going to be quite an in-depth guide, it's going to take quite a while. Single player, new game, 36. Mexico, regular, Iron Man historical, and here we go. Now important note straight away, this is with Man the Gun turned on, and with La Resistance turned on. So, I've got all the DLCs enabled. To get the focus tree I'm seeing now, you will need Man the Guns. So, to begin with, straight away, we will be going Plan of Agua Prieta. We will be researching guns and industry. Now, one semi-important note, at some point in about the next year, you want to be researching. Come right the way down here, right down to the bottom. This one here, which is transport ship, we will be doing a naval invasion, but it won't be coming for quite a while yet, so just please make sure it's on your list at some point. Other than that, just keep up to date with research. Construction, not really huge amounts needed, so we will be sticking a few more military factories around. It will take them quite a while to build anyway. Divisions, they're not going to be coming into play for quite a long time, so for now, just stick them somewhere. They're absolutely fine. Now, in terms of production, what we'll do is I'm going to take one off of convoys and get a destroyer building instead. We'll also knock the close air support. We're not going to need that anytime soon. We want some guns, and we'll also have a couple more lined up as well for when we get more factories. Now, when you get events like this, we are going to face huge stability problems. We're not in a major rush to build infantry equipment and that sort of stuff so far, so pick anything that it gives you stability. I will be talking about the church slightly a little bit later on, but for now just pick the one that gives you stability. And with this done, we can go to exile Calais. Next we're going to do Purge the Bureaucracy. Right, and with these two done, I'm going to switch that on to the new guns. We'll be keeping it on that for quite a long time now. And just now, so it's out of the way, and so I remember it, I'm going to go grab that transport. Again, after this, literally you can pick whatever you want, just focus on sort of industry, weapons, that kind of thing. Finally, arrest General Cedillo. And with that done, I'm just going to give you a very quick tutorial bit. You may know this already. If you don't, this is vital, you know. At the top of here, the events and decisions, you'll see that one's completed now. We don't need to worry about that. There's these two. Now, if we become a Catholic state, we'll end up in civil war. If we become an atheist state, we'll end up in civil war. They're two very opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of the church. At the moment, if we have a look on our national spirit, you'll see we're on assertive church. Now, if we go too much higher, we'll end up in the Catholic state. That means we'll end up in a civil war. We are given notification. You know, this will light up, and we're given 150 days to resolve it before the civil war. But you must keep an eye on that to make sure it doesn't become a Catholic state or an atheist state. Now, it won't give you warning. You just need to keep checking. Doing this walkthrough, going through the focuses I'm going to be showing to you, we are going to be encountering it at some point, which I'll tell you when it comes up for me. However, there will be some random decisions that come up in your game that may affect that, so just that's what to watch out for. Now, next national focus will be Legacy of Revolution. Now, very important, you'll see we're up to 160 political power. We are going to need every single bit of political power we can get, so don't even worry if that goes towards 1,000, just keep it. Don't spend it on a single thing for now. The gold shirts. Now, with that done, we're going to leave that tree alone for a minute. We're going to be coming over to the left-hand side and National Bank. And the other thing you can do now, with gold shirts done, is by the Syncretic Revanchist. There's a couple of things to do over here. Military budget review. Followed by Heroic Military College. Sticking with the left-hand side, liberalise the banking sector. And what we can do now is actually edit the division that's going to do pretty much everything for us. There's a few ways of doing this, it's entirely your choice. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using Cavalry. Simple reason, they're very, very fast, and especially when we go to war with America, we'll need something really quick to get in between the lines. So what this is going to be dropping one off of them, keeping the artillery. That will be absolutely fine. So it's a nice, quick little unit there. Change everybody over onto that new template. And we're also going to build some more as well. So what I'll be doing is one lot of 3 on high priority. They're going to form the backbone of our army, and also I'm going to be getting another load training as well to deploy as and when, but we'll end up with a couple of armies full of them. Now this one's just come up for me. I don't know if this is time based or not, but one of them loses you 5 stability. They both lose 5 stability. One lessens the amount of consumer good factories, one increases the amount of factory output. Doesn't really matter which one of these two you pick, as long as it doesn't end up with a Catholic Church or an atheist church. So I'm actually going to be going for this one here, which is a factory output 10%. And with that done, and Japan out of the way, we'll be doing end land reform. Now with that done, you'll see we've got a stack of political power now, which is very, very nice. That'll help us immensely. So now we're doing international struggle. Now with that done, if we just have a quick look, you should be just over 40 on UNS now, which means we can do revanchist revolution. Now, just had a look, because I'm 6 steel down now, I am going to buy 1 lot of steel, just to keep everything going nicely. Now with that, you'll see that our name has now changed. We are the Mexican Junta, so we are fascist. Hispanic culture. Spanish Civil War refugees. Phalangist veterans. Now, just a quick side note, you'll see I've been building up quite a few guys here now. What we're doing is our 24 force, we will organise these properly a little bit later on, just to give them a front line against America. The other guys now, who I will put on high priority, these are all going to be lining up against Guatemala. Now, these ones in particular, we will give a general to. You could even give a field marshal to if you like. These are going to be fairly easy battles down here, but that's how to organise the army. And we're up to 700 political power. I'm also now going to be knocking on 2 limited conscription. Hispanic Alliance. Okay, we already have somebody who wants to join, and the world belongs to those who are strong. Peru wants to join, thank you very much. Loads of people want to join. Join. Yep. Now, part of the reason why so many people just want to join is because a couple of them, notably El Salvador, who we'll have a look is now in our alliance, we would have absolutely crushed. Now, we might actually end up kicking them from the faction. We'll come on to that in a minute. Now, what we're going to be doing, this is a sort of little tutorial bit, is all of these countries in South America now, this is why we need the political power, we are going to want in our factions. We'll start, I'm not going to show you this with every single one, we'll start with Colombia. If we have a look on events and decisions, look at all these. Right, now if we find Colombia, which is there, you'll see that we need an opinion of Colombia, or they need an opinion of us, or at least 50. So if we just do that really quick, so we'll improve relations. Loads of power. We'll actually do the same with... Oh no, Venezuela's in the alliance already, that's handy enough. Who are two? Yep. Let's find another random one. Bolivia, are you? No, okay, right, so we'll improve relations with Bolivia. Now we'll just keep an eye on their opinion really quickly. Now the last time I did this, nobody actually joined straight away, so you might get very lucky like that, you might not. But we will see. Right, so we'll just have a look back at Bolivia again. It won't take very long for them to get to 50. Right, now they're on 52 now, and presumably Venezuela are on the same, so what we can do is invite Colombia to the Hispanic Alliance, and invite Bolivia. I'll just unpause it briefly, accepts, and we just keep doing that now for the whole of South America. Now Brazil actually needs a focus, which is this one, invite Brazil, which is the one we're doing next. Other than that, just keep working your way around. The only ones not to do are these ones straight down here. Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica and Panama, even El Salvador, but they actually wanted to join. Those ones we're going to be leaving. But yeah, every other one now, including Chile, Argentina, I'll actually be doing those two next. Just improve relations up to 50 and then invite them to the faction. Right, so let's do that and that. So invite Brazil's done. If we have a quick look at here, you'll see that it's appeared in the list of other ones to do. If you want to see how well you're doing, or if you've forgotten which ones you've done so far, click on Factions Map Mode and you will see the Hispanic Alliance is already doing pretty well. So we'll come back to that. National Focus, Coastal Defense Plan. Now when this comes up, and it will do usually mid-38, I'd rather actually lose 150 political power right now because we still have 420 than stability, so I'm actually going to do that one this time. So when it looks something like this, we've got the entire South America now in our faction, apart from those three little ones there which are all allies. That will be absolutely fine. Now we are leaving these ones straight down here for reasons you'll see in a minute. We're also leaving Cuba, Haiti, and yeah, okay, we'll think about Dominican a bit later on. Right, Coastal Defense Plan done. We're now going for the next one, which is March Southwards. This is where the fun begins. So, with that done, we'll be going to unify Central America. That's just given us claims on El Salvador, which is in our faction. We won't bother with them. But most importantly, on Guatemala and Honduras. So, these guys here, we'll give them an attack order now. These are very, very simple little battles. And just wipe those two out. So there's the first one. That literally took about 3 days. This is the important part. We're not puppeting, we are taking all states on every single one of these, so we will do the same with Honduras. Now once these guys are all deployed, feel free to make some more. That's going to bring us up to 14, 16, so I'm going to make another 8 after that. We are going to need quite a lot of troops, especially when it comes to America, so we'll make sure we've always got some being made, just not overstretching ourselves in terms of infantry equipment. Right, Unify Central America's done. What that's just done is given us even more war goals on Panama, Costa Rica and Nicaragua, so we can actually come right the way down here now. Just because they're such simple little battles, I'll take Nicaragua and Costa Rica, and I'll come back in when Panama's being done, because that's the tricky one of the three. And sorry, almost forgot, in terms of national focus now, we're going to integrate the south. So you will actually see, just after taking these little countries, we're building up quite a little store of infantry equipment now, so I'm going to get a load more training. Probably about another 12 for now, but again, we'll end up with a lot more than that, so they're fine. Right, now we're on to Panama. This is the only tricky one. What I'm going to be doing is splitting this army in two. And this really irritates me, but what can you do? Go with you, you're fine. Now what I'm going to be doing is grabbing the other 8 and coming in from the other side, so from Colombia up to there, because just taking our side won't actually be enough to capitulate them. The only problem is there is a very high chance that Colombia won't actually join in. We'll see, but I say if not, we'll do a quick little naval invasion. Right, so integrate the south's done. You can go down the left-hand tree and do liberate the Caribbean, which will give you nice sort of claims on Cuba and that sort of thing. I'm actually not on this run. What I'm going to be doing is just inviting them to the faction instead. Simple reason, I really cannot be bothered to defend Cuba. So, after that, this is where it gets a little bit 50-50. Things, you know, you don't need to do, but we can build stability and things. We're right down to 7%, so I'm going to be doing control of the army. Now, do notice, by the way, that I did get the top of Panama. Colombia have not joined to get the bottom bit, so I'm just doing a simple little 2-division naval invasion to get the bottom part. Okay, and we're now going to be spending a ton of political power. We're still up to 270. Got these ones here, integrate. So, we're going to be doing all of these, apart from Belize and El Salvador, because they're in our faction, but we will be doing Guatemala, we will be doing Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. So that's just killed all of our political power. What that does is that's now going to give us a core on each of those places, which you'll see the result in a minute. So keep in mind we're on 7 military factories and 9 civilian. Right, control the army done. Again, now it doesn't really matter a huge amount now, but we will go through it just because I want to show you some things to do with the church. So we'll do that one. Now what I was just looking at, as part of the latest update that came with La Resistance, and I tried every way I could to get around this. If we look at occupied territories, these 5 places that we got at the moment, they're building up resistance, and we can't control their factories. That's part of this whole compliance thing. What's going to be useful is once these ones are done here, that will get wiped completely because they will be effectively a part of Mexico. Right, in terms of our army now, we've got a lot of guys. Right, so we've got 2 complete 24s. I'm going to bring all of those up to the American border now. Do we have a field marshal? Yes, we do. Wonderful. So, there we go. So just having a quick look, we've got tons and tons of guns now. We're going to switch one of the factories. We've had, a couple of them onto artillery now. We're going to end up with some more factories in a minute, so we're just on build-up mode. So with that done, it just happened to coincide with all these things finishing as well. You'll see we are now up to a load of factories. We've got 4 spare militaries now, so we'll have another, whichever way around you want to do it. That's fine, we'll assign them. We've got some spare dockyards. We're not really going to be able to utilise many ships. We've got loads of spare civilian factories now. America is not going to like us very soon, so I'm going to drop that and import some. Who have we got in South America? Nah. Well, yeah, let's grab a bit from Chile. Grab a bit from Argentina. I'd rather go for little bits that we know we can get. National focus wise, we'll rewrite the Constitution. Right, now with that done, what I'm going to be doing is something a little bit risky here. I'm going to be doing Seize the Panama Canal. Now, this is actually what kicked the war with America for me last time. So what I'm going to be doing is grabbing these 12 dudes here, leaving 48 on the front line of America just in case. But going to be putting them on the front line of the Panama Canal down here. Right, now what that's going to do is start a border war down here, which you'll see in a second. We're actually waiting now until the world tension gets a little bit higher, but again this could end up kickstarting the war anyway. Now, just do some random focuses. It doesn't really matter a huge amount. If, for example, you went with this, just read the descriptions, because it says here, replaces powerful church with Catholic state. Now, if it becomes a Catholic state, you will end up in a civil war. That's not a massive problem, just if you end up as a Catholic state, make sure that you counteract it with one of these, which you'll see, for example here, replaces powerful church with assertive church. Just make sure you pick one that replaces Catholic state with something else and you'll be fine. So, we are going to be doing Operation Just Cause, and we are now in a border war. We might win, we might not. Let's see what happens. And on this occasion, it looks like we might actually win, which would be very, very nice. There we go. So, We now own the Panama Canal, that's fantastic. What I will say is that this now, we're in June 39, this would be a good time to actually start doing something with America, so I'm actually going to justify a war goal. Like that. That actually takes quite a long time, so because that's raised the world tension now, we're going to do this focus here, which is going to give us a war goal anyway. And straight away, they did not like losing the Panama Canal. So here we go. We are at war with America. So here we go. Right, all swing into action. We have got lots of troops on their border already. We'll grab these other 12 guys as well. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just get organised a little bit. Now, it's this part here that, of course, your game can be a lot different from mine. So you'll just have to see how yours goes. I've got, let's have a look here, they can be deployed. There's loads here that can be deployed as well. I want to try and get a load of troops out. I'm going to cancel these last guys off for now, just for a little bit of extra manpower. Oh, we got lots. Okay, more than I thought. Right, so I'll split half of them off. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a nice amount of troops, especially this early on, so we'll give them a general as well. Now, bearing in mind, we have got a lot of people in our faction, so I'm going to give them a front line straight around there. And we will call absolutely everybody. Not to say they'll do much good, but we will see. Right, so they've called the Philippines. Let's give it a go and see what happens. Right, we're being offered expeditionaries, which is nice. 4 divisions, 22 divisions. Thank you very much, Peru. So we'll dump those over here. You can go join these guys. Right, so now we've actually got quite a formidable army, to be fair. Not the strongest, you know, our template isn't the best in the world, but I'm certainly happy with how it's looking. Now, obviously we're on 0 manpower. As soon as we hit 150 political power this time, I am certainly going to be going on to Extensive Conscription. Now, this is what to look out for. Although they've actually pushed slightly into our territory, we need to make sure that we keep cutting them off wherever we can. So, just pay attention. Now you'll see straight away here, I'm not going to cover the whole battle. We've already encircled 2 of their troops. We've got a nice little empty front line here where I've got guys going into. The only thing to be careful about with America is they've got a very nasty habit of doing naval invasions. Now, the ones down here I'm not particularly bothered about, simply because people on our side will really help defending our territory. These ones over here can be a bit of a nuisance. So just keep your eye open if they do cut up behind you, but look at this, you know, straight past them here. And very early on, this is the problem with America, they just have not got the amount of troops needed to defend along front lines. You can see we're coming up behind them already. This guy's coming across to the right. But all the way with this battle, keep looking at the front line, because you can see here there's a massive gap that they haven't got defended. Just keep filling in gaps, you know, like here, another little gap there. This guy's quite happy doing his own thing, so just keep a watch. Looking good, looking good. And with that done, what we're actually waiting for is to be able to do this bottom one. Once we've done that, that's achievement got. So in the meantime, it doesn't matter a huge amount what you want to do now, just make sure you don't trigger a civil war. That's the thing we're avoiding. So if you want to play it safe, stick to the left hand side ones here, you know, for some dockyards, that sort of thing. But yeah, I say now it is just waiting for the battle to end. Now, it can be really slow progress, but you'll get there. Now, just before it happens, I just want to show you this. What I've been doing is sending little individual troops to capture these little victory points here. It's all based on those, so, you know, if you want to forget the main battle, just make sure it's all defended. Just keep grabbing these, and all of a sudden, I'll unpause it. not privatization. The United States has capitulated. Right. The revenge of Montezuma is now done. The Mexican junta, there we go. Now, if you want to carry this on and beat up the Allies, you are more than welcome to. I am actually at war with the Allies. That was a bit that I skipped, see, because America joined them, so I was battling a bit of Britain as well. If you want to carry on now, you know, certainly select a national focus. You can stick cause and a whole lot. You know, you can do pretty much whatever you want to do. It's just, well. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope that's helped in some sort of way. I will see you for the next one.